We're standing here in Jetersville, Virginia. In 1865, this was a small village with about a dozen buildings, and most importantly, a stop along the Richmond and Danville Railroad. Now, about 7 miles to our northeast is the town of Amelia Courthouse. On April 4th of 1865, Robert E. Lee and his army arrived in Amelia Courthouse, and they planned to march south right through here. Also on April 4th, that afternoon, the Federal cavalry under General Philip Sheridan began arriving here. From this position, they blocked the Confederate route south to North Carolina. They will start digging in across this road and across the railroad, ultimately forming a defensive line nearly 4 miles in length facing towards the Confederate approach. Overnight, on April 4th and into April 5th, they are reinforced by Federal infantry of the Army of the Potomac. And finally, on midday of April 5th, Robert E. Lee has his army ready to go. They begin moving south, and he receives reports from scouts that the Federals are already here at Jetersville. Robert E. Lee has a crucial decision to make. Will he attack this position and try to continue south as planned, or go around? Robert E. Lee decides not to attack. A couple reasons. One, this is a strong position. The numbers on each side are almost equal, and Lee doesn't believe this attack will succeed. He also understands that even if it somehow does, he will suffer very, very heavy casualties in doing so. Rather than attack, Lee will decide to turn west, eventually leading the armies towards Appomattox. But for the moment, his plan is to reach Farmville, a small town on the South Side Railroad. From there, he can resupply his troops, and then, if opportunity allows, turn south once again. That night, on April 5th, and into the morning of April 6th, the Army of Northern Virginia will begin its first of 3 night marches heading west towards Farmville.